Hello everybody and welcome to the final episode of City Skylines before we hop into our City Skyline 2 adventure, where last time we built this cargo airport area. And currently we are in the countdown. We're in the final 58 minutes until City Skylines 2 comes out. Whee! But anyway, I lie. We didn't actually it's not actually 58 minutes until City Skylines 2 comes out. I'm pre-recording this, as every YouTuber does. But we do have a timer. We're going to talk about the city. We're going to go ahead and go through everything that I've done, some of the things I'm looking forward to for City Skylines 2. And when this city hits 0, boom. City goes bye-bye. We're going to give it a good send-off. Hope you're here to watch that. I have 58 minutes to talk. I probably won't need it all, so I'll just give you a, I don't know, hour time lapse of the city doing its stuff. So I'll give you like a 3-minute time lapse or something like that. But anyway, as we all know, we started our city over here in, I don't remember what this was called. We started it over here with this little kind of nice neighborhood area, and we didn't really build up much over here. We actually had some planned expansion over this way, but we never bought the map tile. And this was like in episodes 1 and 2 that we did all this, but this has kind of been our little bread and butter. We never even expanded this highway like I wanted to. I'm pretty sure that the next logical place to go, I would have probably combined these into 2 highways and connected it over here, done something like that. But we also had this little roundabout here that we had to add in early on to get everything going. And that leads us over into our first big project, the National Park, which, if you guys have been watching all of the episodes of the series, this thing has burned down like 6 or 7 times on camera. Who knows how many times it's burned down off camera? But if we zoom out, that is a really good looking addition to the city, the National Forest there, and just a good thing in general. But anyway, we shoved all of our industry over here. We tried to make it safe to fires, but that didn't really work too well. But as you can see, this was like the main area into our industry originally. We had the highways coming off here, had a custom interchange, and then it wasn't working too well. We had eventually had to redo this, but we'll come back over here because we had a traffic episode. But we basically kept expanding up over here. We put our incinerators down. I'm pretty sure they're somewhere in here, but you know, this is the garbage part of the city, and then it's just got a random high school for no reason. So we built up that, but we kind of did that at the same time we were doing this area over here. So not too much going on. Our next big project was kind of this area over here, and I do like how this little residential suburb came about. Basically, we built some nice homes. We built a school. What are the stats over here? Like, I don't know. Let's look at the stats. Not a lot of people are in this university. Not a lot of people over here, but we did utilize some of the water and stuff like that. And we started expanding. I mean, this was later on in the city, but we did start expanding over here and added some trash collection. This likely would have been the next area that we would have built up after our farming over there, which we'll get into in a little bit. But shortly after we did this came our grand downtown area. Yep, this was our downtown core. And you know, we kind of built it and forgot about it, and it did the job. Like, there hasn't been a lot of traffic. I'm really happy with how there hasn't been a lot of traffic coming in here, except for right here. Which leads me into the first thing I'm hoping that becomes better in City Skylines 2 is this traffic. Like, you see how they're going into 3 lanes? You see how they're doing this? I hope that they choose better lane paths. Nobody's using this lane, and I don't know why. I want people to use this lane. What else have we done? What else have we done in this city? Well, spaghetti and more spaghetti. This was here with the game, but I modified it a little bit. This is where our build mod treasures came in, actually around in this area. So we built some spaghetti junctions here, kind of to get people all over the place. We have like 5 highways coming together at once, and everything's a mess. But yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We have a nice little pedestrian area over here. We had to modify this a little bit to adjust for our spaghetti junction over here, but we have this nice little kind of pedestrian area that branches off into this Y interchange, this 6-lane road. I do kind of wish I built more up over here. I wish it could have been more dense. We built this area up. We kind of expanded over here, and one thing that I'm very upset that we didn't get to pursue was the university. We got to build one thing on it, and then we just didn't have the students. So we never came back to it. But we also built up this nice little tram area here. So we got these tram lines, or I think they might be trolley bus lines. We built these up and we connected them into our, our pedestrian area over here. So We have some trolley stations going through here, and look at all the people using it. You know, we got some good old... Yep, it's fulfilling the usage. Oh, and the buses can come in here too. I forgot buses can come in here. But our next big project then became the farming area. And I'm not going to talk too much about this. We just kind of leveled it up and built and hoped. And then just traffic forever and ever and ever and ever in the zone. That's pretty much what happened here. We built this thing, never did anything with it. Whoops, my bad. And then we kind of came over here. We started building up this little touristy area down here. Started building this up. Got a nice little park here that I would have loved to build around. I would have loved to build some roads around it, but I never came back here. This was back still when I was learning how to do all the stuff and edits that I wanted to do. So, you know, hopefully we can build some more cool things like this in City Skylines 2. I realize that parks aren't going to be out and stuff like that when the new game comes out, but hopefully we can make some cool looking unique areas in our cities. We tried to tamper with this junction a bit, and I mean, for the most part it's working, but people are dumb in this game. And as you can see, I started making some little better intersections over here. This is a free-handed trumpet interchange essentially. And yeah, we got our little downtown. This is the last thing we did. We're like, F it, build everything up. So there you go. What we did over there. And while we were also building this up over here, we were building up the airport, which originally was just this area here. And that is now expanded to this large, you know, footprint of an area here. I wanted to put more of this stuff everywhere, but I just didn't care enough to do it. I'm lazy. And that also led us into this spaghetti junction mess, which hopefully I've learned a lot about how to do roads. So hopefully I can take some of this knowledge into City Skylines 2 and make some better roads, better stuff like that, and hope that the engine can change stuff. I don't know why that the airport here was always complaining about services when they were right across the street. So hopefully I can make districts and make sure like the police stay within these districts, which is one thing I'm excited for in Cities 2. You know, we built this little kind of downtown area up over here, and yeah, we then moved over to this cargo area, which is now servicing all of this traffic, or most of this traffic from here. A lot of the stuff is coming over this way and is just going into this nice little cargo area here. Had I had another episode, I probably would have built a fence around this, but didn't have time to do that. So here we are. And then one of our final projects, that was our final project, but like one of our final projects was this over here, this diverging diamond interchange for our forestry area, which is actually holding up quite well. As you can see, it's not really backing up that much. As I look here and they're all backing up, but you know, we built up this foresting area. This is where all the trees are gathered. So those are all gathered from right here. We had to put a little fire tower there so it didn't burn to the ground. And we have some weird traffic management to keep the trucks moving and grooving. So, you know, we merge from here into this road and then they just go bye-bye onto the roundabout. This crazy looking industrial roundabout. And of course, you know, you gotta have people over here working it, right? People got to be over here working. So we built up a nice little kind of downtown area for the forestry industry. So the thought is all the forestry workers work here. I know that's how the game engine doesn't work like that, but this is where they all supposedly would work. And yeah, I think that's our city. That's pretty much everything that's there. Right. We have this natural disaster area here, which is basically to handle like forest fires, emergency medical stuff. So we have helicopters here for various things to recover from disasters, which is going to be a problem if we so wish to destroy the city. Regardless, though, the city has had some disasters. The biggest one, the giant fault line that ripped across the middle here. We've had some other sub ones, you know, the forest catching on fire 70 times. We did have a meteor strike just like right over here that we fixed. You know, you can kind of see it right there. And I don't really think too much else happened. We had a mini tsunami over here in one episode. And pretty much everything else just kind of missed us. But with that being said, I only took up about like 15 minutes. 15 minutes was about the time I took up here talking. 13 minutes. Without further ado, I'm just going to have to go ahead and leave you guys at a time lapse until that clock hits 0. So, we'll be back in 44 minutes, guys. So, have fun. And there we go. It looks like it's time. City Skylines 2 is out, baby. Let's go. Well, actually, there's one last thing to do. First off, I've noticed that this QR code exists. Where does this go to? It goes to the website for City Skylines 2. Second off, it's time to send this city goodbye, which can only be done one way. Through disasters. Time to make the city go bye-bye. That's a nice looking emergency center there. Be a shame if somebody would drop a meteor on it. Who would do that? Not me. Oh, you're wrong. Yes, the chaos.
Avoid the impact site.
Oh, I don't care about the meteors.
A meteor strike has occurred.
Everything must burn!
A meteor strike
Yes! Destruction!
Shelter if any is available. A meteor strike has occurred.
Oh, yes! This feels great! Who's ready for City Skylines 2? It's coming out! Oh! Oh! Oh no, there's a tornado! There's so many! Everything's on fire! Oh no, the horror! What are we gonna do? Oh, there's 3! Oh man, that is a beautiful sight, everybody! Oh! The buildings are collapsing! Oops! Sorry, did you want to live there? Not anymore! Yes! Yes! All the destruction! Yes! Feed the chaos! Oh, man. How long is this going for? How much did I do? Usually I record and play the game at the same time, but I didn't do that here. I'm kind of out of breath. I'll come back when it's done. Oh, the game's crashing. Oh, it recovered. Oh, look at all that. Oh, yes. Oh, tidal wave. Uh-oh. The graphics are kind of glitching out, everybody. Is the game gonna be all right? Oh, that's a lot of water. Wonder if anybody's gonna live through this. I don't think anybody's gonna live through this, do you? Look at all that destruction. No, the airport. Wait a minute. Wait. Did you guys see that? Hang on, wait. We gotta go back to that at some point. Oh, look at all the meteors. Yeah, those runways are indestructible. If only the whole city was made out of that. Oh, let's try to save. Oh, no, the game's broken. Anyway, back to more destruction. Oh, yes. 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 I think everybody's dead. But just for good measure, more! Give me more. More destruction. Yes, right in my face. Yeah! Oh, that's what you love to see. Oh, that guy was a little late. Into the water he goes. I think that's everything. Wait. There's one thing left. There's only one thing left to watch. And that will be this tidal wave. Let's go. Time lapse. That's a big tidal wave. Actually, it was 3. I spawned 3. Oh well. I think we killed everybody. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode of City Skylines. Be sure to give us a like. Be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And we will see you in City Skylines 2. Yeah! One last thing. I overwrote the save, so we can't ever play this again. Goodbye, everybody! Uh-oh! Game crashed. Burp!